Hello everyone, my name's Antonio Marasco, and today for the Capstone project presentation I'm going to present to you Apple. First, we're going to start off by analyzing their external environment. And Apple primarily operates in the consumer electronics industry, and the size of that industry is valued at nearly $729 billion. The industry is made up of products such as TVs, mobile devices, handheld devices, personal digital assistants, personal computers, wearable devices, as well as gaming consoles and many more products. Some of the key players in the industry are Samsung, Sony, Microsoft, LG, HP, and Lenovo. The technology industry is actually considered relatively young. Their origins can be traced back to 1904 with the invention of the two-element electron tube, and the internet didn't become widely available to all people until the 1990s, and that was when the explosion of personal computers began. And then in 2003 and 2004, consumers actually sought multitasking computers that were able to handle a myriad of photos, videos, and audio applications. Technology since then has spread to mobile phones and tablets, and those tablets and mobile phones offer all the services of a normal stationary computer. The market is actually expected to increase to nearly $989 billion by the end of 2027. And the environmental factors follow that pestle model, so all these factors affect each company within the industry. The organization's closest rivals are considered to be computer and smartphone manufacturers. Two of the top rivals, though, I'd say would be Dell, because they have been a competitor of Apple for many years now, and they actually manufacture, sell, and repair computers and related parts. Samsung, however, has been one of the fiercest competitors in the smartphone manufacturing industry, and their Galaxy and Note series have actually significantly reduced the sales of Apple's iPhone over the years. Samsung actually has become one of the most profitable companies in the world. So now looking at the driving forces, competition is considered to be high because of low switching costs and aggressive prices in the industry. Bargaining power of buyers is considered to be strong, as there are low switching costs as well because consumers have individual and collective bargaining power. The threat of new entrants is also low because the high costs in creating a company in the technology industry. The bargaining power of suppliers is low as well because there's a large number of suppliers and a large number of supply. And the threat of substitute products is also considered to be low because it is very hard to provide a product with the same capabilities as an Apple product or their competitors. The force that exerts the most pressure is going to be competition because of low cost structures and aggressive pricing, and this puts pressure on margins, continuous introduction of new products and services, as well as product short life cycles and changing industry standards, and many more things. And to relieve the pressure, Apple has kept a close eye on its competition, and they continue to update their features and introduce new products into the market. So the technology industry is considered to be very attractive to because there are many companies that make up the industry, and they drive the growth of technology and look to provide products with long-term potential. Three success factors are employees are important, and that is because employees have great ideas, and it's important to make your employees feel empowered in the workplace in the technology industry. And if you do not, they may leave and go to a competitor and share their ideas there. It's important to have a customer-centric approach because it's important to address all the needs of the customer and then also provide them with great customer service as well as getting feedback from them so that you can improve your business. And it's important to be adaptable. Technology is always evolving, and it's important for companies to listen to customers and then adapt to that change. Now we're going to assess the internal environment. So now we are going to look at Apple's mission statement, which is to bring the best user experience to its customers through its innovative hardware, software, and services. We can see that Apple's mission statement compared to others as well. There you see Dell and Samsung's mission statement. And Apple, through their mission statement, shows us that they are committed to bringing customers the best service that they can. They focus on evolving technology and clearly state their primary purpose is to create a positive impact through changing through innovation. Now we're going to look at the financial performance of Apple over the years, and they have actually performed significantly well over the last 5 years. You could see that their total net sales actually increased nearly 33% in 2021 compared to years prior, and they saw growth actually in all their product and service categories. Their assets have fluctuated over the years, and their liabilities have actually increased, but this could indicate that they are investing highly in their research and development. We're going to look at the SWOT analysis of Apple. So Apple has a strong brand image. They have actually been valued at nearly $322 billion. They're known to be one of the most reliable companies in the world, and their technology is known to be some of the top in the industry. Their retail stores are actually a strength as well because they provide high quality customer experience as well as their advertising strategy. Everything is done word of mouth. Their weaknesses are their premium price products, their iOS operating system, which is incompatible with other devices from other companies, and which makes products dependent on one another. Product defects are also a weakness for Apple. Their opportunities are their loyal customers, their iTV, which is brought through their Apple TV product. Over the years, actually, communication services have been increasing, so this will allow Apple to discover new markets and expand their business. The demand for cloud-based services is also an opportunity for Apple as it will allow them to expand their product offering. And another growth opportunity is through their iAd, which is an advertising product. Some of the threats are changes in the industry, as we discussed earlier, Android's operating system, and actually foreign currency is another threat because Apple primarily operates in other countries, and more than half their revenue is actually generated from outside the United States. So now we're going to discuss their core competencies, and those core competencies are superior industrial design and integration of hardware and software, superior marketing and retailing experience, and establishing and maintaining an ecosystem of products and services that reinforce one another in virtuous fashion. Apple's products have a sleek design with advanced technology. Their marketing is considered to be unique as they showcase their products and let them speak for themselves. And their retail experience is tailored to the user. And lastly, their ecosystem of complementary products is another core competency because all their products are capable with one another, and it allows them to complement one another. Their ecosystem actually makes it difficult for their competitors to gain an advantage over them and the products. So now looking at the value chain activities, all of Apple's value chain activities have given their company their competitive position from business operations being on such a large scale. This allows Apple to develop strategic relationships with suppliers, and it also allows them to cut costs in their operations through outsourcing. Their outbound logistics allows for them to sell through wholesalers, retailers, and online, and they are known to provide great customer service during the pre, during, and post-purchasing activities. And their stores are considered to be hubs where customers can go to learn more about their products or get them repaired. My recommendation is that Apple should look to improve their working conditions in some of the countries where they do outsourcing, because this can actually hurt the brand image, and if the working conditions are improved, the brand image will not be tarnished and people will look to them as a company that takes care of their employees. Apple pursues a differentiation strategy, and this focuses on Apple bringing unique products. So they focus on one or more attributes that customers look to as important, and they look to position themselves to meet those needs. And then they're rewarded for their uniqueness by offering those products at a premium price and being able to sell those products at that premium price. So Apple actually increases their market demand for their products through their differentiation strategy. Their products are designed ahead of the curve compared to competitors. And even though the competition is intense, Apple has actually succeeded in creating demand for their products, and this has given them power over price. Apple has implemented aggressive growth strategies to help grow their business, and it has been what has made the company so successful. And their aggressive growth strategies include product development, market penetration, and market development. And Apple's continuous product development has allowed them to continue to generate revenue and enter new markets because of the quality of their products and the design, as well as their ecosystem. So Apple actually uses a mix of both related and unrelated diversification. Apple was showing related diversification as they were originally part of the computer industry with the Apple I, the Apple II, and the Macintosh computer, and then they showed unrelated diversification when they expanded their product offering by creating products such as the iPhone, AirPods, Apple Music, Apple TV, and Apple Pay. And both of these strategies have proven to make the company stronger, more profitable, as well as more valuable. Now we are going to look at how Apple uses its strategies to enter foreign markets. So Apple uses licensing, exporting, and importing strategies to enter those foreign markets. Licensing is used as a positive feature because it is not present in joint ventures or strategic alliances, and it is a low-risk technique where low complications are faced related to regulations. Licensing also brings in high returns, and their differentiation strategy gives a competitive advantage in overseas markets because it allows them to handle the challenges and issues faced by their competitors in the market. It's hard for companies to imitate Apple's strategy because they make innovative products. So Apple has a hierarchical organizational structure, which is a traditional structure in many businesses. And the strength of this structure is that it supports strong management control and allows for a leader like Tim Cook to control the entire company. And the weakness of this structure is that it has low flexibility, which prevents lower levels to make business decisions. Apple does have a business conduct policy, which serves as a guide for how the company interacts with their customers, third parties, and each other. And they follow the principles of honesty, respect, confidentiality, and compliance. And they expect all of their business partners to abide by this policy as well. And they do have a proactive social responsibility that focuses on greener, more equitable business practices and addressing racism and diversity issues. Their actions do support that. As of 2021, Apple became the first company globally to achieve zero carbon emissions. And additionally, over the last 6 years, the number of employees from underrepresented communities has increased by 64%. So now we are going to look at Apple's leadership. The key leader in Apple is actually Tim Cook, who is now the CEO of Apple, and he took over after Steve Jobs. He is known to have a democratic leadership style, which lets employees contribute to Apple's success. Those under him feel more involved in the decision making. They feel encouraged to express their thoughts and are rewarded for providing creative ideas. Cook's leadership style has actually transformed how Apple operates, and Apple's market capitalization has actually soared under Tim Cook. So ultimately, the main issue for Apple is their ability to maintain their strength in the technology industry without Steve Jobs. Jobs was known as the innovator of the company that changed technology, and without him, people wonder if the company can maintain their stronghold in the industry, especially with there being strong competition, as we discussed earlier. So my recommendation for Apple is that they need to continue investing in research and development to maintain their innovation. This will allow Apple to stay ahead of the competition in the rapidly changing industry. It's important for Apple to understand the way the technology is changing, consumer demands, and demographics. With technology always changing and new products being developed in the industry, it is also important for Apple to maintain their operational secrecy. This is also what allows Apple to maintain their competitive advantage. With the release of products such as the Apple iPhone, and they were actually able to set the bar high and increase their expectations among competitors. Surprising customers with new products is critical and has been what has allowed Apple to create such a strong brand image. It's important for Tim Cook to stress secrecy in the workplace and company culture. Innovation secrecy is not a lack of transparency, but a protection of competitive advantage. Thank you.